Well, I seem to recall I had my bastard sword out, so I'm going to go ahead and chop Lucky with it.
Human scum. Mm.
Or maybe I'm just going to wave my sword around a little bit. I don't know. Snookums will go ahead and try clawing at. No, not that one. This one.
Get you. What doing? Oh, I'm gonna get you.
Because of the wounds and fatigue. Okay. Yeah, we just kind of wave around at him a little bit. We're blowing trying to wave the smoke out of our faces, is what
I
it
smell
is.
human. Human scum.
I will
Not
have
rich
to
from the
Benny to
odor.
unshake.
Ooh. What you doing?
Wow.
Human scum.
Uh,
Dirty human.
I will try and stab him with a sword that is still sparking. Let's go, Rum.
Actually, Lou, that bugger came down this way. Let's just take it carefully. I want to see what I can see. Oh, lovely.
Nummy.
Well, we found an interesting new smell, says Rannick. Let's just
Just deserve.
let's just take it careful, and I'll take the rest of my movement to there and hope that Shillelagh will join me.
Wow, you big ugly. Well, the first one didn't put you down. Let's see if this one does. Oh, no, I don't miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't miss. Hitting and damaging are two entirely different things. Now I'm going to have to go get both my shurikens back. Kill him, Dondrat, so I can get my shurikens back.
I'll wait until he gets the nod from Shillelagh that she's ready to go, and then they'll walk forward together.
Yeah, I'm going to try and smite him again.
Thought you might do that.
Smite! Yes, I do. I want to maintain it for me and maintain it for Bert. Who else is it? Has anybody else got it?
Irina.
Oh, I'll do it for Irina as well. Might as well. No, I should. Right. Okay. So, damage. Nine. Right. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to stay where I am.
Yeah. I think I want to distance myself from the interesting aromas. Do I have the faintest clue where Rannick is? Okay. And is there only one way in and out of this room through that grawl thing? Is it that? And I'm going to head over to that and open it.
Yeah, find Rannick. These things might have already killed him.
If I've got the move to, I'll go out there.
Last time I saw him was when I was coming around the corner and you were stuck to the door.
Yeah, that was the last time I saw him too. But you know, I just had nowhere to be. I was hanging around.
So,
So it's not even a corridor, it's just a cupboard. I wouldn't have known that. That's absolutely fine. This is those moments that random charts come in handy.
okay, then I shall. I shall interrupt at that point. And I will get up to that door. Okay. Oh wow, big donkey rats, and a big green mushroom thing.
Bring that card down here carefully.
They've got names. Okay.
Gonna let it dry, see what we can do, and I'm gonna have a go with the granddad and see if I still have the original.
Mm.
If I leave it like this open, it's dry.
The green thing.
Maybe Thursday.
Okay, well, since I've got reach 2, I am actually just in range of Chuckles. So Rannick's going to stay where he is and is going to call back to Shalelu and say, "Hey, Shalelu, has they got any oil? There's a thing here that I think it needs burning to death." Hmm. It seems to be doing very well anyway. Apparently, yeah. No, I think I'll take what's coming. Chuckles is the only one that I beat.
Yes, at least it's yours. Okay. Tell me if that tiger's yours. It's going on your seatbelt in the girl.
Hello?
Wait,
Oh, yeah, you smell good.
Hmm. Oh dear. Oh, very dear.
Come over here, I'm gonna cut you.
yes, as long as you clean your teeth when you eat it.
They ain't dirty enough. Yeah, make 'em stink.
Are there any bananas left? You can take a bag of crisps, but no more pestering or it gets to bad boy chimps.
Ooh, you're tasty. Real good. Ooh! Yeah, make 'em stink.
Mhm.
Oh!
Oh, in that case, I think I'll spend a penny to not be shaken. Yeah, I think I will choose to not be shaken by that. If you're telling me I'm bleeding, that means it's probably a rending weapon, isn't it? Yeah, that's not going to be good.
Come over here, I'm gonna cut you. Maybe dirty enough. Come over here, I'm gonna cut you.
All good. Shalelu, kill it with fire.
Real good. Ooh. You're tasty.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to go for Hooker. As Rannick turns away from the ogre hook blow, he'll swing round the impaler of thorn, jab it into Hooker.
Oh, yeah.
Careful what you're doing with that, you'll have some bugger's eye out. I don't want it to be mine. Right, I'll take my reroll on that because he's a humanoid. Hooker Growl is a humanoid, I'm pretty certain.
Okay, right.
Come over here, I'm gonna cut you.
I really hate the way this my computer
But I have
always
missed.
decides to change my sound devices every time I boot it up. It's so frustrating. Sorry about that. Hello and welcome. Okay, go for it. Yeah, hit the ogre and miss. That brings us to Donjad.
Come over here, I'm gonna cut you.
Donjad?
Take myself off mute. That usually helps. I'm going to move, attack, and then move back to where I am. So yeah, he's gonna move, attack, and then move again, and end up right back in the same place. That's oh. I've skewered them with this smiting sword.
Actually, upstairs I don't play that because that's upstairs. Okay, 4 wounds.
And then you can cancel the move because I am backing back up into the room. I want him to chase us.
Well, actually, in fact, we'll see. I might get, if I soak all of that, you won't be shaken, and he will get to stab you back.
Oh, has he got? Oh,
Okay, so he takes 2 wounds, but he is shaken, so you can back off.
come on.
That brings us to Irina.
Okay.
Yes, I'm afraid he is the only way out the room, unless you want to sort of force your way through the boarded up windows.
No. Are they still fighting something? I can't see anything being there anymore.
Yeah, there's a huge git in the corridor.
Oh, yeah, there is. In that case, I best do something about it. Do I have anything that would work at this?
That body in front of you, can you grab my shurikens for me, Irina?
Where are your shurikens?
The guy that's on the floor between Dondred, Snookums, and Bert. The one they just put down.
Basically, I think Joss is saying, can you just bend down, exposing yourself to the large ogre king that's attacking from outside, and basically just pulling the
I'm just
shurikens out of
thinking
the body.
if there's some shurikens in the body at my feet, maybe I could pull them out and chuck them at the large.
Yeah, Masterworks.
I mean, what skills used for that? Is it
Athletics.
Sod it then, yeah. I'm going to pull out a shuriken from the corpse at my feet.
Here, I'm going to go ahead and put one of the shurikens on your sheet so you can use it.
Thank you. That's very kind. I will return it to you once we've finished killing everything around us. But in the meantime, I am going to take advantage of that. See if I'm any good with it. We'll see.
It should be on your combat track. You just have to give it an ammo of 1. There you go.
Yeah.
Try again.
Most appreciated.
You throw the masterwork shuriken at the ogre, it thunks into the flesh. But is it one of those? What does Mulgrow look like?
Hey!
Oh, yes, it is. Okay, Mulgrow. I don't think we could. Oh, I've got a
Those
description.
Masterwork shurikens are nice. Don't let it be stuck in that guy either. I want them both back.
Don't worry, I'll dig it out for you when he's stopped twitching.
Okay. This one that's cut. This one that's left, the one you just thrown your shuriken in, is a hairless and pale, bloated thing with malformed, stumpy legs and a wide mouth filled with ragged teeth.
Lovely. Those are some nice shurikens. Thanks for that, Jelsa.
Yeah, I got him in
His
the shop.
last
I
penny.
think I actually got him. I can't remember the last city we were in.
I might have to get myself something like that.
Okay, Mulgrow gets to go next. He's taken 2 wounds. So what he's going to do is he's going to. I think he's going to be very tactical. Okay.
Sorry for that. The dog just knocked something on the floor and it made me jump out my skin.
Okay. He decides to take the tactical option and run away. But
Well, we can't have that.
No.
Got my shuriken stuck in him. Don't let him get away with my shuriken.
That's a sin, by the way.
Fetch!
His little stumpy legs didn't get him far as he ran down the corridor. But it's obviously enough to he's obviously his jaggering from left to right is enough that Bert just can't get a hit on him. Just as Bert thinks he's got him because of the stumpy legs and the way he wobbles, he literally dodges to one side, causing Bert's thrust to miss.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and use my last inch to back up.
Okay.
And then Snooks will come on in here and try
I think
and
that's
finish
a pounce, isn't it?
It is going to be a pounce, yes.
He's got to jump over you.
Oh, it cleared my targeting for some reason.
Possibly because I targeted it and you targeted it at the same time, so we cancelled each other out. Anyway, you hit once. Okay. Okay, that's another wound. He yells out in pain. Mulgrovy's sad.
What's that smell?
New round. Let's see what happens now. Oh, Shaylu did give everyone a joker, did she? Benny, rather.
No, because she's a nupuk. But hey, we'll take that.
Right, she gets to go first, and we have to. Well, that means we get to turn on the other sound effects, which is the lovely rats. So that's a composite bow into the plant again, which hits with a raise, doing shakes him, shakes the plant.
Last one, Shalelu.
That brings us to Drula, who bites Uranic.
Look at them in.
Brings us to Arena.
Your taste.
Can't really go much further than that, so I'll stop there.
Okie doke. Do you wish to do anything of a
Um,
tactical nature?
Trying to think of something sensible to do.
You could have grabbed my other shuriken out of the body and thrown that at him since you.
The
I'm going
two
to.
allies between me and him, I wouldn't want to be throwing anything else.
Yeah, Joseph don't think about that stuff.
We know. Trust us. We know.
Hey, that wasn't as bad as my one character in Castles and Crusade. She used the sling, and you knew that you were new to the party because she always hit a member in the party in the back of the head.
Now, the all-time favourite one is Paranoia, where you make sure you put the entire party down in the sewers where they can only go single file, and even if the players don't specify, you ensure the guy with the particle nuclear accelerator is at the back of the party. Then you have the monster they're hunting at the front, so when the guy at the back opens fire, he vaporizes the rest of the party instantly.
That
But
sounds not
it's
good.
It's paranoia, so that's what you're meant to do.
Have we got any powers still in effect from last week? I can't remember.
You only have smite upon you, and actually that would only be on your katana.
Then I'm going to cast protection on Schnookums, Bert, and myself.
You would need to get a raise for it to benefit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you would need. Why does it say by Dondrad on your ring of protection? But anyway, I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, you've got because you've got a ring of protection already. It doesn't stack, does it? You'd need to get the raise for it to work on yourself, if that makes sense. Because then you'd get your toughness bonus rather than an armor bonus. That's right, isn't it? That's how it works. Trying to remember.
I thought none of us had the power on, which is why.
Well, you've got a ring of protection.
Oh, in that case, I'll just cast it on them too. I'll just cast it on Bert and Schnookums then.
Yeah. You successfully cast it on Bert and Schnookums. You are targeting Schnookums and you are targeting Bert, and that's armor. That's +2 on Bert and Schnookums.
Yay!
Brings us to Rannick.
All right, now hold yourself still while I stick to you, bugger.
Stand still while I kill you.
Ah, sir.
Why is that not working? Because my keyboard's turned off. That's why that's not working.
You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'll leave it at that.
Okie dokie.
Come over here.
Really?
Gotcha.
Really? Really? That's more like it.
You're tasty.
What? That's a bit better. wounds upon Rannick. Oh, Rannick's using conviction. Interesting. Ow, that's
Yep.
really going to hurt when you hit him next turn.
Isn't it? That's the hang on, where's the soap? There we are.
Crap.
Oh yeah, you smell good.
We'll have to try harder than that, you bugger.
How annoying. Okay, Jossa.
Yeah, Jossa's just gonna come over here and dig her other shuriken out of the body because there's too many people in that hallway for her to get past. And I dropped it on Irina's sheet, so I can't recover it because it was a masterwork. I can't just go in and pull one off the items list.
Can I drop it? Can I drop it back
Yeah,
on
you just
you?
drop it on
The problem is the other masterwork shuriken is embedded in the neck of the
I'm
ogre
chasing
king
it.
that's
Well,
lying
that's
face down on the
I'm
floor.
taking my time and getting it out this time.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Well, the problem is you're gonna have to. Yeah, you're
There you
gonna have
go.
to. Okay. Basically, you're gonna have to reach in and sort of squidge around under the armor because you can't turn the guy over, so you've just got to feel around for it
Yeah,
until you
so
can
I'm
find it.
spending my turn recovering my shuriken.
Fair enough.
Squishy.
And then I'm gonna wipe it off on Dondred's sleeve.
Yeah.
You?
Okay, 2 tentacles. Oh, for crying out loud. Ah.
Audrey too.
That didn't come through, Tavis.
Gonna get me one of myself.
Bugger off, Audrey too.
Okay, you are entangled.
Really?
From one of the tentacles, it starts pulling you towards its gaping maw.
Shalelu, has they got any oil? Burn the plant.
Real good.
Fortunately, she doesn't. I believe. I don't believe she does.
Yes, she. Because you've given me her character sheet. She's got a adventure kit that contains oil.
Nah, I'm afraid she used that long ago.
She did she?
You sound convinced.
Who's next? It is Mulgrove, who is remaining shaken. I think he's going to die, isn't he? Mulgrove. Mulgrove is sad.
Human scum.
Um.
Oh, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. Okay. So he is basically out of bennies and he's in trouble. Drad.
Is there any reason this isn't a
I
bad
do
way
love
to-
it when they split the party.
Dondrad is going to cantrip
reason to not get
Mulgrew.
Take that, dirty human.
Go on then.
I don't want to blind him,
down there to
but I just want to make him vulnerable pretty much.
If you leave it
Usually
down here, it'll put new batteries in it for tomorrow.
Sugar.
That costs you a PowerPoint. No, it's only if it critically fails it costs a PowerPoint nowadays, isn't it? They changed it.
Failed anyway, so I'm gonna have to Benny it. So
But yeah, but the issue being is
You need to clear them both first.
right, so that's a raise. So does that
Yeah,
cost us a PowerPoint?
no cantrips only cost a PowerPoint if you critically fail, I do believe.
Yep.
However,
Take some more juice.
narrative impact. Character casts cantrip. This is a roll, and the effect must be based on the character's existing power. Can use a bolt of fire to light a campsite, a joke using tangle to make dances. Success means the desired effect occurs. A rage has an additional narrative impact of some kind. The candle glows brightly. The lines dance in unison. Basically, I don't think you can't use a cantrip to cause a status on him. If that makes sense, because that's
Oh, right, fair enough.
That was
But,
kind of the that cantrips. You could use them as a test. It's basically doing a faith test, isn't it?
hang on. Okay, hang on. I see what she's saying. Hang on. I'm keeping to read. Yeah. Success means the desired effect occurs. A raise has the additional narrative or something happens. Failure causes the spell to cast without effect. Critical fail causes the spell to backfire, which will cause the cast to lose 1 power point or suffer fatigue. Critical failure also causes embarrassment or minus mishap of some kind. The successful cast cantrip's duration is the same as the power it's based upon, and they maintained in spending power points as usual. That's interesting. The GM has the final say on what a cantrip can do, but its effect must not replace a power or cause damage, at least directly. It can be used as a test or support. I take it back. Thank you.
Right, so
yes.
it doesn't cause a blind effect, right?
No,
but the light flash is going to cause him to blink, and he's going to make him vulnerable.
You hope.
Shakes them then.
No, because that's sort of he's got the raise, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so what I'm going to say: athletics, smart, bigger.
Basically, I'm trying to make him vulnerable so Snookums can eat him.
I know. Okay, Kate, you make him vulnerable because that's your choice. However, you got the raise, therefore something else may happen.
I just figured it would be safer than shooting a crossbow bolt down that crowded corridor.
Okay. So he's shaken, but he's already shaken anyway. So yeah, you set off this flash of light that he's now blinking a lot, and he can't really see what's going on. And Schnookums.
Okay, Bertie's going to heal Schnookums. He sees that Schnookums has taken a wound somewhere along the line.
Mm-hmm. That's a heal. That's 1 wound of Schnookums.
And now Schnookums will pounce again.
I suppose you don't need any distance to pounce. It's just wild attacking, isn't it? Go for it. Oh, that is still a hit because he's vulnerable. Well done on the vulnerability. Oh.
Let's go ahead and spend a penny to re-roll that.
Okie dokie. That would be that, wouldn't it?
Much better.
Ouch. yeah, he's going down. There's not a lot can be said about that. Schnookums literally just jumps up on him, lands on him, throws him, pushes him down to the ground, and basically just bites down hard. Mulgrew takes a few seconds to stop struggling, and then goes still. And Chuckles leaps into the fray.
Chuckles
leaps into
one of the giant capybaras I'm fighting.
It's called Chuckle.
One's called Drooly, the other's called Chuckles. It leaps, and I like how basically Rannick is moving around with 2 of them clamped onto him, trying to chew through his armor. Okay, so you got that.
He's called Chuckles, and he's got.
This is where things get interesting because, of course, Rannick's forcing me
now they're adult.
Radix forcing me to continue you guys in combat rounds, even though you're no longer in combat. So if you want to blame anyone, blame Radix.
Well, we've got spell effects running anyway, so.
I know. But obviously you're out of combat up here. So let's have a look at this room. Let's don't think there was anything in the... Okay, so So looking as you look around the carnage of the room now, everything's over. Those three ogres that were in here that were definitely a bit on the dead. Sorry, Ogre King that were definitely a bit on the dead side. One of them had a useless third leg on its left hip and a pinhead. 3 old arrows still protruding from its chest. The other had an extra nose jutting from its right cheek and a hunched back. Its head is already split open as if an axe had hit it. And the last one didn't appear too hard to determine anything really. Well, I would say his deformities are hard to determine, given that he was sort of two-dimensional, giving the impression that you get the impression that he was trampled to death by a charging warhorse. And was basically a fleshy, shambling bag of broken bones and mashed features that flopped about. But obviously, they're all a bit on the dead side. Obviously, Mammy's lying dead in the corner. Oh, yeah, Mammy. Did Mammy have any equipment on her? She did, I think. Yeah, Mammy had some gear. So where's the party sheet? It's over here under inventory. Come on.
Sure, I want anything these scummy things we're carrying around.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere
if
near
you
it.
are going on the assumption that you do search Mammy's body, I've added it in there. What you will find is a very an ornate looking staff of very exceptional quality, a potion of some description, and 2 sticks of wood, which obviously you deduce to be wands of some kind.
All right, I'll have a look at the ones.
So it's up to John's. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's basically what you guys are doing on your actions. So yeah, so you can attempt to identify one of the 2. No, nothing happens there.
The other one.
You only get to roll once per turn, you know.
Yeah, I was just rolling 1 for each wand, and you can put those in time whenever you feel like it.
Fair enough. Okay, Shielu is basically going to fire the bow again at the very large plant thing and hits. And ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Crikey.
Uh-huh.
When she
All right.
hits, she hits.
Maybe there doesn't need to burn it.
Okay, it soaks 2 of the wounds, taking 2 wounds. Arena, you've already been. You have started examining the wands. Don the Dread.
Yeah, we need to get the party back together again, 'cause I feel we're getting screwed here. Those guys had tattoos on them outside, and we've kind of been sucked into this place. I don't know what they're doing outside. And by the way, Rannick's supposed to be on this floor. Where the bloody hell is he?
I've been wondering that for a while.
Right.
Last place I saw him was when I came around the corner and saw Irina hanging on the door. And I told him to come and help, and that was it. I never saw him again. He's probably dead somewhere in a basement.
You only
Yeah.
get to move
Really
6 inches
positive
because you
thinking
ran
there.
5, and that's what you've moved.
About. Oh right, 6 inches because that's my run. No, that was me running. I am running at full pace then.
Okay, Rannick, you're being pulled towards the plant thing, and the rats are still holding on for good measure.
Yeah, the 2 wounds that Shalelu didn't cause him to let go then.
Afraid not. He is no longer shaken, so it's going to be opposed strength as he attempts to pull you closer. Oh, you might be lucky. Yeah, you break free. I'm going to roll on that. I'm going to roll. You break free on that one.
Okay, that'll do.
Next thing's next. Vigor roll. I might spend a penny on the vigor roll. That's fine. Drula. is biting you. And hits you. Doing nothing to get through your armor. That brings us to Rannick.
Okay, so I will spend a belly to maintain my conviction.
Mhm.
And I'm going to multi-action.
Oh, go for it.
Who closed the door on me? There we go. Right, I would like to first of all do a push attack on Chuckles, because you said this plant thingy had a great big maw, yes? Is that correct?
I did.
So I would like to push attack to basically, as Chuckles is trying to chew on my leg, kick Chuckles into the mouth of Muck Grawl, and hope that he chows down on that, chows down on Chuckles, and is somewhat sated. And then I'm going to stab Muck Grawl with the Impaler of Thorns.
Because you're standing on the bloody door, that's the problem.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, I will go with, well, it's strength against Chuckles then, isn't it?
Happy with a 10?
I think I'm happy with a 10.
You got a raise, which means you kick him back 2 inches.
I kick him back up to 4 inches because I'm a size category bigger than him. But instead, could I change the raise to accuracy so I get it in the mouth?
Oh, why not?
So I boot Chuckles into its mouth, and hopefully it'll chow down on Chuckles and need to digest for a while.
Chuckles has been swallowed whole.
Marvellous. That sounds good to me. And then I'm going to Impaler of Thorns, spin that round, and jab that into Hooker Grawl. And let's have a re-roll on that. That is not good. I'm going to have... Oh, do I spend my last penny? No, I don't really think I can. Damn it.
That's a shame, because he was vulnerable as well.
Yeah.
Brings us back to Bert and Schnookums. What do you want to do in the following 6 seconds? There on a corner of mute.
And as Chuckles goes down, Rannick's going to shout at the plant, and I hope they bloody choke on it.
Okay. I'll come back to Bert and Thingy, so they can do 2 actions next time. I'm going to Ogre Hook you. Hitting.
Is that like fish hooking bigger?
Yeah, slightly more scary.
It's a nasty weapon. You're shaken!
Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it. I know it means I'm bleeding, but I'm going to leave it. I've only got 1 penny.
Okay. New round. Round 14. My gosh, this is the longest fight ever. Oh dear. I could go to Joker. He's going to hit you. Yes, he is. It's right at the end of Rannick. That's a wound.
Well, I will soak that this time then. Where am I? Oh, all the way down there.
Okay, so you soak the wound. I don't think rending stacks. I think once you're bleeding, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Don of the Drad.
What you doing with that, you bastard?
He's going to do his Peter Kay dad run. So he runs at full pace. He doesn't actually go any faster.
Running past that door, are you?
I don't know what doors. I mean, where's this? he's on this floor, isn't he? So, yeah, go that way.
So you're going to ignore that door and run that way, are you?
Well, I'm only going on what I can see. So he came in the front door. So the front door's this way.
Okay. So this dark room stinks of putrefying flesh. 8 wooden chairs with grinning bleached skulls crowning their backs circle a monstrous 4-foot-high oak dining table covered with a crude tablecloth of crinkly human leather. The centerpiece of the dining table, a rotting human head, its stringy red hair thankfully draped over its mutilated face, serves as a gathering place for a host of buzzing, bloating flies.
Lovely.
Can you please make a notice check, Dondrad?
A notice check. So
You are successful as you notice the scythe blades falling towards you. So you do get a chance to evade the trap because you noticed
This is feeling a bit Indiana Jonesy.
it.
It's all right. They'll be set up for human height, so they're just going to go over the top of his head anyway.
So are we going to roll athletics then, are we?
It's evasion, which is agility at -2.
That's
Saving.
athletics too, isn't it?
Agility -2 evasion, not
The
athletics.
saving throw. So
It's a saving throw. Don't remember remember your attributes are used to saving throws to use parlance of a different game.
Sees it. Oh. He ran right into it all the same.
So you are the running. The running wouldn't apply, but that still makes it a 3.
Going half at it then.
Okay. So the only question, I do believe your head. It's an interesting one, actually. It does say it takes to the head, but it does say scythes attached to coils of tightly bound rope can be set to cut into anyone stepping through any of the 3 doors. Anyone triggering the trap takes 2d8 damage to the head from the swinging blades, which does imply it should go over his head, but obviously it's a sweeping arc that basically hits anyone. And I do believe you have a heavy helm, which you do. Therefore, armor.
Yeah.
You do. Your armor does still apply to this attack because you
I
are
wear
wearing
full
a
plate
helmet.
mail in honour of Gorham, the Iron Lord.
So Dondrad takes 10 points of damage, which shakes him as basically a scythe comes crashing down and actually closes into his helmet. Ending
He's been hit by a comedy frying pan, hasn't he?
Exactly. Yeah. That ends your turn. Okay, Arena, you have identified the one of the wands. It's a wand of bolt. An arcane wand of bolt.
Excellent. I'll keep
With
that primed
11
in my
charges
hand.
left.
How many?
Only 11 charges left.
11. Right, cool.
So I shall do that, and it should give it to you.
Oh, look.
There we go. That's all you go this turn. So there is still another wand. There's obviously there's a potion and some other stuff that appears to be sort of out. I think you still haven't had a chance to go through all of it, so it's all a big pile of stuff in there. And brings us to Jelsa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go running down the hallway. I'm gonna yell to Irina that she can check that stuff out. I'm going to get my shuriken and to find Rannick. So that'll get me 2. I can get by these guys because I'm.
Yes, of course you can.
And the body's here, so I can stop and grab my shuriken.
Yep, you can stop and grab your shuriken.
And then I've got 3 left. That puts me right behind Dondrad.
I'm going to assume that what actually happens is these scythes are more like guillotines, so they hit your head first. Okay, Drula is going to bite Rannick. I love the way they always hit you, but they never damage you.
Well, they do get +2 to hit me because they're small.
Yeah. Is Bert back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay, Bert. You technically haven't acted last turn yet, so you can basically you and Schnookums have 12 seconds to act in a weird sort of metagamey kind of way.
Okay, metagamey. We are probably going to go up these stairs. I presume these stairs are up.
Yes, they are. Yeah,
Okay. We will go up the stairs.
because you really, really, really wanted to do that to me, didn't you?
Oh, well, I don't know where
Maps.
Rannick is. I'm trying to find him.
Yeah, that's it. We're all Rannick's supposed to be on this floor and he's missing. That's the.
Okay, so you just so you know, you're over there now.
Yeah, I was able to follow it. Okay, so that would have been our first move. Our second move, let's come around, peek around the corner before we decide where else we're going to go. A short hallway with a door.
Should be 2 doors, surely.
Well, yeah, 2 doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Let us open that one.
Okay. This room is filled with large, filthy beds. Human skulls with antlers fixed to them are mounted on the bedposts and headboards. Against the west wall sits a large cedar chest.
Okay, just to get the entire room mapped, I'm going to poke my head all the way in.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Bunch
I
of
will
beds.
step back out and prep to open that door while Schnookums comes up here next to me, and that will be our
Okie
turn
dokie.
for this turn.
Wonderful stuff. That means we're down to Shaylu, who is going to basically look, hang on a sec, let's see what we can do here, and funks an arrow into the ogre that keeps smashing Rannick with an ogre hook. You're lucky I'm here, otherwise she might have died by now. That's a wound on Hucker. He's going to spend a penny to soak that, which he does successfully because he's still got the Joker bonus.
Good to have backup.
And that brings us to Rannick.
Who's just going to try and... Well, first of all, I've got to do my resist the rending, haven't I?
Yes, bleeding's at the start of your turn.
Oh, look, I'm not bleeding anymore.
You got the raise, so you are no longer bleeding.
Rannick will spit in Hucker Crawl's face and say, I ain't got time to bleed.
I want to give you a Benny, but that just means you get to maintain your conviction. If you wish to.
And then I'll stab him. So, everybody, I'm going to release the power, so everybody around me needs a spirit roll, please, or become vulnerable.
What's the range of it?
5 inches.
Okay. Hang on. Let's yeah. Okay, so basically everyone in this room is going to have to make a spirit roll.
Yep.
And anybody who's and Dondrad and Jelsa get to make a spirit roll.
I suddenly feel very sad. No, Dondrad doesn't.
Dondrad doesn't, and Jelsa's a gnome. She can feel sad for a bit more than 10
Always
seconds.
sad.
Okay.
He's always sad.
Okay, Shaylu gets to make a spirit check and is fine. Drula gets to make a spirit check and is shaken.
Well, there's vulnerable.
Oh, it's vulnerable, not shaken. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah. That brings us to Chuckles.
I'm hoping Chuckles is vulnerable in the belly of that beast, but obviously not. He's quite happy down there.
Well, I don't think he's happy, but we'll see what happens.
Wasn't Chuckles swallowed?
Yeah, well, I booted him into the thing's mouth.
He's been swallowed whole, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess he's planning on being a cause of indigestion.
Mm.
And Muck is vulnerable.
Okay, shame that Hooker wasn't, but never mind. We can't have everything, can we?
Apparently not.
Would appear not. Okay.
That'll do, though. Or maybe not.
I'm afraid not. He parries your blow with surprising effectiveness and
You
competence.
bugger!
Chuckles. Okay, Chuckles. So this is where it gets interesting. So Chuckles. Oh, because it's open already, that's why. Okay, so he gets to make an athletics check to escape. I don't know why he's still targeting you. We won't worry about that. Okay, so Chuckles.
It's like the thing on its way out.
Okay, so it's an athletics check at -2. So literally, Chuckles literally manages to scrabble out, covered in bile, and it doesn't look very happy. And then that brings us to Mutt, who literally decides he's had enough and comes down to join the party.
Is that what you're referring to as?
And he bites you, Rannick. Missing. New round. Oops. Sorry, I clicked. I just noticed when I scrolled down there, I scrolled over. And you moved the mouse wheel over him and it took a wound off. There we go. So, combat round 15. My gosh. Drula got him. Drula got the bad guys, the bennies. He hits you. Doing nothing, as usual. Okay. Attacks you.
And bloody missing all.
He misses. That brings us to Bert.
Okay, I will open this other door.
Tables are strewn with beakers and glass vials and old tin cans. Rope, animal traps, bits of twisted metal, spikes, bones, and all manner of junk litter this area. In one corner, which you obviously can't see yet, but I would imagine, based on the map there, sits some old furniture and other keepsakes.
So let's go ahead and walk in and see if we see anything. Okay, nothing there. So let's go ahead and come on down this way.
I ended up back there.
Yeah, still no Rannick. And that looks like all the doors that are up here. So, hey, Snooks, head back downstairs. Rannick's not up here.
Okay, I have a baguette. A sneaky little a baguette.
It's like a bug, only smaller and cuter.
Indeed.
No, it was me thinking it was a French.
I thought he said
bread
he found a
that
baguette.
Yeah, I thought he said a baguette as well.
Okay, no, the basically when one of the treasures link opens up the treasure table, not the actual treasure.
Oh.
So it's not a really bad bug, but because you can actually get once it opens it up, you can actually find you can actually then click on treasure. But anyway, you'll have to look for that. So Shlookums heads downstairs, going 4 to there, which means
basically he'll come over here next to Jelsa. Get
Yep.
over here next to Jelsa. It's like meow.
There we go. That brings us to Jelsa.
Did I see those knives come down on Dondrad's head?
No, but you did hear.
I don't think Rannick came through here, otherwise the trap would already be sprung. I mean, let's face it. Stubblefoot by name, Stubblefoot by nature. You wouldn't have
Are
got
those
past
doors on the other side?
There are doors on the opposite side of this room. Yes.
Well, Joseph's gonna step inside and notice that Dondrad don't look so good. And can I look around and see if I notice the traps myself, or?
you can most certainly make a notice check.
Notice or thievery?
It's notice to spot them. Oh, hang on. Thievery. Actually, thievery is allowed, actually. I apologise.
Well, let me see if I do any better on thievery.
There's a notice. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will ignore the notice roll on your thievery. Okay. Hidden. You notice hidden switches on each of the 3 doors. You reckon those hidden switches disable the trap. So the idea is you press the button on the door before you walk through the door, and the trap doesn't go off.
So the ones in this room are already triggered.
All three doors are trapped. You notice, or at least have the buttons.
I can't get through them unless I disarm the trap. But can I get to them without triggering a trap?
Yes. Yeah. It's only if you pass through the door without pressing the button to stop the trap activating. You have to, as you walk through the door, you have to press the button basically just to stop the trap.
Then I'm going to get to the first door and I'll hold there.
Okay, no problem at all. You get to that door there, and I've managed to put you in the wall, didn't I? There we go. Arena moves to there.
Where I thought I was anyway. I don't know how I ended up back over the other side of the room.
Oh, because you were examining the treasure in the room.
Ah, that makes sense now. Okay.
So if you're leaving the rest of the treasure and to join the others, you get to there.
Okay. I don't consider the smelly, stinky stuff all that treasury, but wands I've got a special like for.
Well, you say you left a wand back there and a magic potion so far.
I examined both wands, and therefore I'd say I took both wands, even though I don't know what one of them was. The potion, I don't think I'd want to drink any liquid that woman was carrying.
Okay, so you took the other wand. I'll just put it on the Arena. You can pick it up later. Okay, that brings us to Rannick.
Thank you.
Tell you what, the ugly thing, you need a pruning.
You hit it.
But no damage caused.
Unless you want to spend your penny.
I think, all things considered, no.
Okay, Shaylu's going to shoot it again. And hit. Doing. Hopefully this fight will be over this week. Chuckles. Chuckles can't do a lot back there. He's going to go and hide. He's just literally going to go over there and get very annoyed because Muck tried to. Hey, Rannick bites. Rannick is bitten by the look of things. Yes. Okay. You get to make an evasion roll or get swallowed whole, Rannick.
Okay. Well, to be perfectly honest, I think getting swallowed whole is probably a good idea, because then I can attack it from the inside.
They're very Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Hey, Rannick, you are bitten as you're swallowed, obviously, taking... Which actually, that's a good point. I might have to retcon something there. Yeah, Chuckles didn't actually survive.
Oh, you tell him after he chooses to be swallowed. Nice.
Well, he's lucky, isn't he? Because the 20 points of damage should have technically been Rannick's.
Well, he is a bit impulsive. I'm sure he did it without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rannick is swallowed. Oh. There we go.
Ouch.
Okay, so hey, you now find yourself inside a crushing gullet filled with acidic bile.
He always did tell us that you should know your enemy inside and out.
Aye.
And I'll give you one for the pruning line. I did quite like it. Dondrad, you are no longer shaken. There is a door to the north and a door. Just examine the door south.
Deactivate it, Dondrad. I'll yell over to him.
Well, he's not come through here because the trap should have been triggered because he's stumbled his way through.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go open the door that the cat is looking at me saying, "You may open the door, human." So, as if it's already sussed it.
Okay. This small chamber basically has lots of storage boxes in it.
Is it just
This antics the girls get up to, among the reference of the tiny bones of every girl child Mammy has burst. Nice. He obviously doesn't like girls, Mammy. She eats them.
Oh, that's just a storeroom then, isn't it?
It is.
We'll try and head north then.
Okie dokie. You opening that door? Oh, you have. This filthy bedroom contains little more than a lumpy mattress heaped with twigs and mud, hopefully little else, though the stink of sewage in the room indicates otherwise. Dozens of humanoid fetishes, crafted of bits of leather and straw, corn husk, twigs and bones, hang from cords throughout the room.
So maybe Jelsa was heading towards the stairs after all. We've got to find the stairs because he's missing.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, Dondred.
Can I have a notice check, please, Dondred? Okay, as you glance around the room, targeting Jelsa still. As you glance around the room, you notice that one of the fetishes incorporates several human fingers. Upon one of the fingers is a jade ring.
Ew.
Well, I'll grab the ring, but we'll look at it later.
Yeah, you have a jade ring. Okay, that brings us to the combat round 16. My gosh. Shaylee gets to go first.
I don't know why I just dropped out of Fantasy Grounds, but I'm coming back in.
Okay. Yeah, that's Fantasy Grounds. It's sulky sometimes. Ooh.
Fell out with me.
2 wounds upon the plant.
What is that jade ring in the party sheet? Then is it just?
No, it's I've dumped it in your inventory.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll get to it later. We don't have time.
Okay, the plant takes another wound, bringing us to Jelsa.
Do I need
Sorry?
Do I need to roll something to disarm the trap on this door?
It's up to you. You can either disarm the trap, or if you just push the button as you walk through the door, the trap will not trigger.
Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Oh, that's a page and a half full of error messages.
So I'm going to push the button as I walk through.
Okay. Oh, you haven't been in the kitchen yet. So this musty chamber smells of blood and weak old meat and is thick with clouds of fatty, greasy flies. Fun-sized cockroaches dance upon the walls, floor and ceiling. A thick butcher's block sits under the 3 cruel-looking cleavers that hang on a rack above. Blood-stained smocks of leather, one still dripping with fresh gore, hang on a bone spur hooks by the door. A crockery platter of severed fingers and toes sits on a rickety old table next to dried sinew basket overflowing with hacked off hands and feet, all sporting stubs of congealed blood where their digits once were. Actually, I think Dondra just found out where they went, the digits. A family of lucky rats gorge upon the red stumps. The smell in the room is horrific. Anyone who enters must make a vigor roll. Or take a point of fatigue. Okay, Jelsa is able to keep her lunch down.
And she's going to yell back, hey, I think he came in because this is the door to outside, so I'm going this way, Dondred, and I'm going to go over to this door.
Okay, you go over to that door.
Which is open.
Which is open and does appear to show a staircase leading downwards.
Well, I'm going to yell, but I doubt they can hear me because I'm so small that I found a stairway, and I'll step through the door, and that's
okay.
as far as I get this turn.
That's as far as you can get. That's absolutely fine. That brings us... Okay, Rannick. You are inside. Okay, now Mark. So, you can... You get an immediate athletics roll. Hang on, sorry. Anyone who hit by a bite must make an evasion roll, be swallowed whole. Okay.
I was swallowed, yeah.
Yeah. If the creature is shaken or wounded from inside. Okay. If the creature is shaken or wounded from the inside, Everyone gets an immediate athletics roll to escape. Oh, he was shaken or wounded, so you do actually get the option. You do get an athletics roll at -2 to escape after the arrow thunks into it, if you want.
From the inside, I thought.
No, so
Just
it's athletics roll. If you attack it from the inside, it's an athletics roll. If it's attacked from the outside, it's an athletics roll at -2. I just wasn't going to tell you the -2.
Okay.
Just for dramatic purposes, I'm going to stay in there and try and cut my way out from the inside.
Okie dokie. Be my guest. You've
Okay,
gone for wild attack.
I'm still targeting him.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's probably a bit hard to use a spirit bud inside it, but maybe not. Okay, so you hit with a raise on your wild attack using the Impaler of Thorns, which is.
So I'm going to release its power and try and make him feel sad that he swallowed a half orc with a magic spear.
Okay, that is fine. I just need to basically work something out. Yeah, there. So Arena and Stuckums get to make spirit checks as they suddenly feel very sad for some reason. Shellu's fine. Drula is vulnerable. Hucker Joel is fine. It's +2 on vigor rolls because he's vestigial twin. Spirit rolls, I meant, sorry. And Muck is
vulnerable.
Muck is vulnerable, which of course is what you wanted, wasn't it?
That is exactly.
So you're going to sneak attack from the inside. What did Arena make her spirit check?
I aced all 3 of those dice.
61 points of damage. Okay, so the other thing is I get to take 2
out the inside.
I take 2 points.
That didn't come through at all.
It tears his way out of the inside of the plant.
Shush. You have a volume cut off that kicks off when you get that excited.
I know.
Well, I think that's actually clipping a bit.
If he gets too loud, he clips himself off.
Yeah.
We didn't catch any of that because he was being too loud.
Rah, says Ran, as he tears his way out of the inside of the plant.
Do you know how many wounds you did there, technically?
Well, 4, because there's a wound cap.
Yeah, technically, I said.
No, how many did I technically do?
12.
12? Please don't smoke, because it's just so awesome.
12 wounds if it wasn't damage capped. I think I soaked.
Oh, you only soaked 5 of them, though.
Yeah, but there's only 4 to soak because of the wound cap.
No, you only soaked 5. There's still 7 left.
I'm afraid it takes no damage.
Oh.
You automatically take a wound, by the way.
Am I allowed to soak it?
Logically, yes. Because it is still a wound, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently not. Oh well.
As you're starting to be digested, you take a wound.
It was almost awesome.
It was almost awesome. Okay, Hucker Grohl is basically marches forward and attacks Shelu with the ogre hook. Hitting. Shelu's got 6 pennies. I think she might be okay.
No, she's not.
No, she's not. She critically failed, didn't she? Ah! She takes 2 wounds and is bleeding. I gave her a penny back because she can't soak after a crit fail.
Well, fortunately, she's got healing potions, and that will get rid of the bleeding.
It will indeed. Arena. Rannick's in the final fight in this whole bloody map. So once he gets this dealt with, we can actually do some role playing as opposed to 2 weeks of combat.
If only the GM hadn't soaked that awesome damage roll, then having the scene of Rannick emerging from the remains of the plant. I don't know.
I'm just going to move you. I'm just going to replace you because your token kept the old name, and I wanted when I hover over you, I don't want to see anything because you have done quite a lot of impressiveness this week.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the
Okay.
renaming.
Okay, so Muck Gruel. Oops, no. Muck Gruel. Basically, use the tentacles to grab hold of Shailu. Well, attack Shailu, missing both times. That brings us to Bert.
Okay, well, Bert is going to start. Stop doing that. Bert is going to. You said there's. Nah. Bert's trying to figure out where Rannick went. So let's run with Bert.
I think we're all trying to figure out where Rannick went, which means that we're all splitting up and going all over the place.
I found the stairway, and I'm pretty sure he went this way because I see the door he must have come in through. And he didn't set off the traps in the other two doorways, so I'm.
Why didn't you move enough? I knew you'd
Yeah.
do
I
that.
yelled that
Yeah.
back to y'all, but I doubt you heard me because I'm like 3 foot tall, so I got a 3 foot tall voice. And you guys were like a room and a half away.
Brings us your Schnooks.
Okay, Schnookums is also going to run, try and catch up to Jelsa.
No, Schnookums would have heard me because he's got cat hearing.
Jumps up across
Yes.
the table.
Okay.
Oh, once she gets in that room, does she have to make a bigger check?
Oh, of course he does.
He will do. He gets to make an agility roll as well to avoid the trap he triggers as he jumps through the door. So an evasion roll.
It was open. I thought it was open.
It was, but Jelsa didn't disarm the trap. She just pressed the button, I'm afraid.
It's got to go over Snooks if it's head height for a human.
I said it drops vertically, like a guillotine, so it hits your head first.
Does the running...
The running won't affect it, but it's still at -2 because it's agility. So I'm afraid, unfortunately, he is shaken as he gets through the door.
Lost a few off and end of his tail.
But other than that, he's okay.
Yeah, kind of tapped the tip of his tail, and now all the smell in here, he's sneezing all over the place. So yeah, Snooks is not real happy right now.
I'm giving Schnooks a Benny for the rowls there. And I really did give the Benny to Schnooks. Because I don't see why Schnooks shouldn't get the Benny. Okay, Drew pounces onto Shailu, biting furiously. Oh my word! Oh, it's a frenzied attack. Absolutely, that's an absolutely frenzied attack. Which basically Shailu is taken 3 wounds. It would appear now. She's in a bad way, and that brings us to Dondrad.
Okay.
Ready? You did just see a blade trap hit Schnookums as he went through that southern door from where you are.
Them about the buttons, but I'm not sure they heard me.
Yeah, 7 to there. It gets you to there. There is a scythe-like blade at the floor of this door.
Right, yeah, this away.
You can see Schnooks. He seems to be heading through an open door there. Okay, next round. Which brings, oh dear, the plant that's eating Rannick. Well, actually, the plant. Oh, Shailu's. I think Shailu might be in trouble here. Where is Shailu? She is on the 4 of diamonds. Oh, she on the ace. I think she might be in trouble. Oh no, Muck's just using tentacles, isn't he? On Shailu. Nope, misses both times. Shailu is obviously going to remain shaken, so she's going to have to spend a penny to unshake. She's then going to have to go into her party sheet inventory and she doesn't have any healing potions.
Oh, she's got a wand of healing. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. So she's going to have to attempt to heal herself with a wand of healing. Where's her faith skill?
Probably doesn't have one being a ranger.
She can't use the wand of healing.
That seems foolish.
It does, doesn't it? Shailu. Two potions neutralize poison, 2 disease potions boost strength, wand of healing, 12 charges, faith. She doesn't have faith. She can't use the wand of healing they gave her.
Yeah, you use something else instead, but it's at a -2. I'll have to look.
Probably spirit.
Possibly. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Wands. A wand.
Well,
To activate a wand, you
what
must point it in the direction of the target and make a smarts or arcane skill roll, your choice. So you can use smarts. There we go. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, unless it's class specific, then it's anybody can use it.
She is going to fail. She's going to save her last minute. She in blistering pain and she's basically unable to heal herself. Rannick, you are no longer. Actually, you shouldn't have been shaken anyway because you said. Oh no, you took the wound, didn't you? You are no longer shaken.
Okay, well, I'm going to attempt to do exactly the same again.
Okay.
Spirit rolls all around.
Oh, for crying out loud. Hang on. No one on the floor. Yeah, actually, Bert, it doesn't really matter. It only makes them vulnerable. It goes by the end of the next turn, so I'm not going to worry about it. But it will basically. That is what novel. This is what could possibly kill Shailu though if she ever fails when she spells a spirit roll just before she gets.
Yeah, I know. But
she's bleeding. She's bleeding as well. She has to make a vigor check.
Yeah, she's probably going to die from that anyway.
Yeah, she's down. She went down. She's bleeding out.
Oh dear.
Okay, Rannick, roll your damage. Hang on. Hucker gets to make his spirit check. Yeah, this isn't at all annoying. Julie gets to make his spirit check. I really don't mind having to make spirit checks. It really doesn't wind me up in any way, shape, or form. The thing he's fine.
Never mind.
Roll the damage. Toughness is 11 because it's internal. You shake it.
Well, if he's not soaking, then I get a chance to escape, don't I?
Yeah, I'll be nice. You get to make an athletics check to get out. which you do. Where do you want? I'll pop you there because I'm nice and it puts you between all the bad guys. Conrad.
The big run roll, really, don't we? Okay, get it from him.
Okay, hang on. Let me hang on. Sorry. Gets you to one gets you to there. 3 gets you to there. 6 gets you to there. I'm just working out where that gets you to. So you just need to. You're now down there. So you've got 1 inch of movement left. You can hear combat coming from that direction.
You can only really move to the door, can't they, with 1 inch?
Yeah.
Still don't have line of sight to thingy, so
you can hear combat coming from the south. Jalsa.
Jalsa's gonna run down the stairs because she's sure that Rannick went that way because she saw the outside.
2 inches gets you to the bottom of the stairs.
And I'd get a total of 12. So
okay, so hang on. 2 inches gets you to the bottom of the stairs there. As I say, you're from your perspective, you need to head southwards. Ooh, that cost me an error, console error. Okay, so that's 2 inches there. You still got 10 inches of movement. You can hear combat coming through the southern door.
The southern door?
Yeah,
so this way?
Basically that way, yeah. Okay, no. So basically, look, 1 inch gets you to there. Okay, you've done 4 inches when you get to there, and you can hear combat coming through that door there.
And I got
8 inches left.
I got 8 inches. I'm trying to get this map sorted out because it's weird.
I know, it's a horrible map. I think I will split them.
So I see the other doors. I've got 8 inches to go.
Yeah, smarts. If you don't have faith or an arcane, if you don't have an arcane skill, it would appear. So if you don't have faith or spellcasting, you get to use smarts.
Are these doors open?
I apologize.
About bloody time! Get out of here!
And I can see this drooler thing attacking.
Shayla's on the ground in a pool of spreading blood with considerable wounds about her. There's a donkey rat, a ogre king, and some huge plant thing, and Rannick standing there covered in yellow. His armor's a bit pitted and damaged. His clothing is slightly dissolved, and he's covered head to foot in sort of interesting as a plant-like bile.
I'm going to, because I already did the run thing, I'm gonna throw a shuriken at the drooler thing, and then I'm going to get over to Shaylu and be digging around for a healing potion for next turn.
Okie dokie. Yes.
I'll Benny that.
Okay. You hit. Drula is shaken.
And then I'm going to get to Shaylu this side of her and be ready with the healing potion next turn.
Okie dokie.
Not too late.
Drula is shaken, and over to Bert after. I daren't end turn because.
Should have known if you're alive, you tried to get somebody else killed, Rannick.
But everyone seems to be running through these doors.
Yeah, running that way. I was thinking the same thing. So let's go ahead and move around the table. Add the run 4 inches.
Yeah. As you step through both of those doors, you basically have to sort of step over a scythe embedded, a metal blade that's sort of embedded in the floor as it comes. It seems the doors are guillotines.
And it's vigor. Now that I'm in this stinky room.
It's a vigor check. Now you're in the stinky room, I'm afraid. You're absolutely fine. You've obviously seen much worse dismembered things than this.
Yeah, this is almost like lunch for me.
Lookums is no longer shaken. Just for ease, let me just go. Yeah. 3
Yeah,
inches
Snookums
gets.
doesn't know what all's going
Yeah. Okay.
downstairs, so not gonna run. Oh,
3
gonna run
inches.
into John.
Basically 3 inches when Schnookums at the bottom of the stairs.
So Snookums will go ahead and squeeze past Dondrad and come down this way to see what can be seen.
Yep. Well, that's what you can see. So all sorts of chaos, blood everywhere, carnage, bleeding bodies. And Hucker gets to go next. Hucker steps over Shaylu's body and attacks Jelsa, hitting with a raise. The incredibly sharp, rending weapon slices downwards towards Jelsa, who at the moment doesn't evade all the damage.
Oh,
No,
I took one, so.
Okay, you dodge desperately trying to avoid the blow. However, the
Well, it's because I was already crouched over Shaylu with the
I
getting
know,
the
I know. So you dodge to one side, narrowly avoiding most of the damage. However, you are left with a vicious cut and blood starting to drip from the wound. Drula recovers and bites you, hitting you with a raise. I hope Rannick's feeling guilty at this point. As Rannick causes a TPK as they come in one at a time and get murdered. That's another wound upon Jelsa.
I'm gonna have to take it. I'm down to 1, Benny.
Okay. Jelsa takes a second
Whatever
wound.
happened to Irina's in trouble? Follow me.
I went through bloody door. There was stuff.
Arena! Your protection power on Dondrad is about to expire. Do you wish to maintain it?
Do I have the faintest clue what's going on with Nondad right now?
That's fine. I'd leave it alone. So, okay, you're standing in a room where 2 doors so far have released guillotine-like traps when people have stepped through them. There's a door in front of you. What do you want to do?
Do I know about the guillotine traps?
You've seen one activate and hit Schnookums. Make a notice check. Make a notice check as a free action. There are penalties, but by all means make it. No, nothing to worry about. Nothing at all.
Yeah, I believe you. Give me a moment. Technical glitch. One sec.
You looks like you found the only non-trap door in this room. Well, at least you can't see any indication that it's trapped, I should say.
Yeah.
You certainly didn't notice the little hidden wooden button on the door frame. If there is one, of course.
If they're beating up on me, they stop trying to chew up Shaylu's poor, helpless form.
There you
Okay, you open the door. Nothing happens.
Push a chair through ahead of me. And if the chair doesn't get sucked into another dimension of blades and pits, then I'll follow it.
Okay. The chair is destroyed. You can step into the room without incident.
Wonderful.
Okay. This room is strewn with toys. Some of carved wood or bone, while others appear to be little more than partial animal carcasses. Old bloodstains mark the walls. Some resemble crude childlike paintings and feature images of dismembered horses, a ridiculous grinning horned devil tossing children off a cliff, and a big lake with a black reptilian monster sprouting tentacles from its back. Bookshelves rest against the walls, but instead of tomes, they hold skulls of all shapes and sizes. Other than that, the room is empty.
This place is officially creepy.
Well, it does describe the actual adventure does describe this whole area as getting your first taste of ogreish hillbilly horror.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
All we need now are dueling banjos.
I just was going to say, all you need is a banjo.
So far
Shouldn't
we
there
can
be
get
a
without getting
minor key
copyright.
to make it extra spooky?
Probably, but I can't sing it in minor key. That brings us. Oh, look at that, Jelsa, who remains shaken.
I can't do anything shaking. Can I? I can't give Shaylu the healing potion either.
No,
can I?
because using a healing potion is an action even on someone else.
Then I'm gonna have to unshake, and I've got a potion of major healing, and
Okay.
I'm gonna dribble it between.
Okay,
Shaylu's.
you put a potion of major healing down Shaylu's throat. The wounds start healing, and she is no longer bleeding out.
Okay, well then that's all I can do this round.
Well, you can technically multi-action if you want to.
No, that's all I can do this round.
Okay, you get to make a vigor check, Jelsa.
If you had another healing potion, you could get that out and drink it yourself.
Yes.
Can I?
You could ready up to 2 items in a single round, can't you? So you can ready and drink a second healing potion.
Well, I'll have just regular healing ones, but I'd take one of them myself.
Okay, so in that case, you do not have to make a vigor check, because although you only heal one of the 2 wounds, you are no longer bleeding and therefore don't have to make a vigor check or take a wound. Dondrad.
Dondrad is going to move to there.
Okay.
And then he's going to use healing, but he's using the channeling edge, and he's going to heal everybody he can see.
Ha ha ha! What's your range? Smarts.
Yeah. He's going to heal. He's going to heal Shaylu, Jelsa, and Rannick at the same time.
You were created before we actually had all the stuff in there, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, he's using the
spirit rather than touch. Yeah, spirit. Thank you. I know someone.
Yeah, he's using a channel energy edge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so everyone within 8 inches, which does mean is Albert and Irina aren't injured, but they would be healed if they were, because they're on the floor above you, and it's only a creaky little floor above, so your healing energy would get through the holes in the floor.
But okay. It all depends if the spell works, doesn't it?
It does.
Right, so
Jelson needs healing. Brookham's doesn't actually. Rannick does. Shaylu does. So that's 3 people, isn't it? That's 3, 4, 5 power points.
Yeah, 5 power points. Yeah, healing's quite cheap for me because of the edge.
Okay, so Rannick is healed. Shaylu is healed. Jelsa's already healed. So that's it. Actually, it's only 4 power points.
Jelsa's still got a wound.
Oh, she has. I was looking at someone. I was looking in the right place. I was looking at you.
That will stop Shaylu from dying. Hopefully, that will stop her.
Well, I had already stopped her from dying. She should be ready.
You just healed her up. You healed her up good and proper. Okay, that brings us to Arena.
Hmm?
4 inches gets you to there.
What's going on in there, Bert?
It sounds like he might have gone away. He indicates that everyone's gone through that door.
Everyone's just running down the stairs. I think Rannick might be in trouble down there.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to move you to there, and then I'll move you to there. So 7 inches of movement gets you to there. We're now going to basically move. I'm going to move you down there, and then you'll have to put you in the wrong room, but you'll then have to scroll the map down, as you've still got 4 more inches of movement. So once you get to there, you can see everyone. Sorry, I can't do the accept. I'm terrible at doing the accept. Once you get to there, so 3 inches of movement, you can see you can see Jeltha and everyone else in this room area. So, and the sound of fighting still ongoing. There you go. You wish to do anything when you get to there?
I ran, so we're just take in the surroundings and figure out what the heck's going on.
No problem at all. That brings us to Drula, who will bite Jeltha. Hitting. Doing a wound on Jeltha, who alas can't shake it. So, I mean, Jeltha, you keep getting bitten by this bloody rodent.
Yeah, well,
Huck.
I wouldn't have if I'd have taken the time to attack instead of trying to save Shaylu.
I know. Hucker Gruel, however, seeing that dangerous ranger back on her feet again, well, she's still lying down at the moment, takes advantage of the fact she's still lying down, which actually means she was hit while prone, which means it's actually, doesn't matter, it's a hit with a raise anyway, and basically smashes his ogre hook into her back, doing awful amounts of damage. Shaylu has 1 Benny. Shaylu soaked 3 of the 4 wounds and basically cries out in pain as all of the lovely healings she's just had is completely undone instantly. But
Okay, Bert is hearing all of this noise and ruckus going on downstairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's his walk down at the bottom of the stairs.
yep. There we go, which gets you to there. So I don't have to keep flipping.
Let's
between
go ahead
floors.
and run 4 inch to there.
Okay.
I can just barely see him. Okay, I will switch out for my bow
Okay.
and shoot Hucker.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, as you get there and you aim with your bow, he's pulling the ogre hook out of the back of out of Shaylu's back, and actually he's quite happy about that, I think. Not about the sound effects.
Ooh, you're tasty.
Let's Benny that. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, make 'em stink.
Roll that, re-roll that damage.
Ooh.
Actually, you re-rolled it as you re-rolled the shooting, not the damage there.
Come over here.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I grabbed the damage dice.
It's okay. You shake him.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Okay, he basically an arrow funks into him, and he's a bit annoyed by that. Schnookums.
Human scum.
Okay, Schnookums comes kind of darting past Dondrad, jumps over Jelsa and the again prone Shalelu, and attacks Drooler. Cat versus rat. It's a classic fight.
Is it a pounce or just a standard attack?
No, just a standard attack. He
Okay.
had to do too much to get over there, kind of thing.
Yeah, no problem at all. Go for it.
There's only one way to win a game of cat versus rat. Don't be the rat.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. 1 miss and then a 22, which with fatigue is a 21. I think the rat might be in trouble here. Yeah, I think the rat is in trouble. No more donkey rat. Yeah. Drula is down. Drula would recover if anyone healed him, but I get the impression no one will. Okay, Shaylu is down again. She is at -3 wounds. She's not even going to attempt to try and heal herself. I suppose she ought to, really, shouldn't she? She'll get
I'm
off.
right here, and I've got more healing potions.
In that case, she will basically slash at Hucker with a short sword.
Oh yeah, you smell good.
Missing.
I can hear the others there, so I'm not worried.
And then she collapses to the ground. No. Sorry. She's then incapacitated, which I needed to do. and she goes down again, and she's bleeding out as yeah, she's bleeding out. I'm afraid to say.
Come over here, I'm gonna cut you.
Rannick.
Steps up next to Shalelu and pours a potion of major healing down her throat.
Okie well, we'll see. I'll just close the door on you. Try that again.
Well, I've done the move. I just need you to accept it.
Yeah, I just need to see if I swallow you whole first before you can move away.
But I'm not exiting combat because I've got a reach 2 weapon.
He's right next to you, and he swallowed you whole, so he gets the free. He gets the bite. Anyway, you definitely dodge his attempt to swallow you whole. Actually, it doesn't matter. He's shaken. Moot point. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that too. And I will crouch down using my spear to probably keep Brawl at bay more than anything else. Pour potion of major healing down Shalelu's throat.
Okay, so she's no longer bleeding. She's no longer bleeding out, and she's back on 1 wound, and she's not incapacitated.
Yeah.
Okay, Mutt is
not shaken anymore.
Not shaken anymore. Oh, unbelievable. Okay, he's going to. Oh, he's going to bite. He's going to bite Schnookums. Schnookums. Schnookum dances out of the way as the plant thing tries to swallow Schnookums home. Combat round 90. I've never got this high in Savage Worlds. Okay, Jelsa. Jelsa got a Joker and gives everyone bennies and unshakes.
And Hucker here is shaken, right?
Okay, is shaken, so he counts. Oh yeah, he's not vulnerable, but he's shaken.
Come over here, I'm gonna cut you.
I got just enough power points to do this. Well, because I did have some. I'm gonna unleash a whirlwind in here, and I will use the extra.
Human scum. They need dirtying up.
Be selective with the rays.
Yeah, make them stick.
If there isn't any sound effects or
Here, I'm gonna
plant
cut you.
thing.
So I just hit Muck and what's his name with Havoc.
Okay, where did you center it?
Right in between, in the center of the room, right
Okay,
between.
and you did it selectively, I take it.
Of course, and I already spent the power points.
Okay, so Hucker is distracted. They're distracted straight off from Havoc, aren't they? Then they make a strength check.
Powerful whirlwind, it could throw them back if they're weak.
Yeah.
They're ogres. But you never know.
Hucker's okay. Let's see what happens to the plant. But it does still distract them, so it's still valid.
Yep, I don't care.
Yep. Hucker goes next. He unshakes. He looks down at. Yeah, no, I'm afraid. He is a bully, and he's a coward and a bully. So I'm afraid there is only one thing he's going to do. And that's hit Shaylu. But she's on the ground and harder to find. Easiest target.
Jesus, she's gonna use all of our healing potions. She's gonna owe us.
Not her fault. She only did it out of the sense that she should protect someone else's back. She fails to soak, so she's taking 2 wounds and she's bleeding again. Panic.
Okay, since I can ready 2 items in a turn, I will pass a potion of healing to Shalelu.
Okay.
And then stab Hucker Grawl.
Okay.
Combat tab.
Nice move. Nice use of a card there to get you above Shalelu. I like
Yeah,
that.
did you notice that?
I did. It was good. I like that. I'm very impressed. Okay, you hit Huckagruel and he takes 3 wounds. Let's see if I can soak any of them. That soaks 2 of them. I've got 5 bennies available. I'll use one of my bennies to see if I can get all 3.
Crit fail. Come on, crit fail. Oh,
1 wound upon Hucker.
Oh, better than nothing.
Rannick is no longer swallowed whole. Okay, so Jelsa and Shailu are wounded. So it's only
Yes,
only
right.
4
So,
power points. Oh, yeah, only 4 power points.
only 4 power points. So what we have to do is we have to Benny for power points first to get power
Okay.
points. And then we're going to channel the pair of them.
Ah.
So Jelsa heals a wound and she stabilizes again.
Okay. You heal 1 wound on both of them. So Shailu is down to 2 wounds and no longer bleeding. Jelsa has no wounds because you healed her. Wonderful stuff. Okay. Shailu recovers from being shaken and therefore she can drink the healing potion. Was it major or?
It was a standard one.
A standard one. So she drinks the potion. And she drinks the potion, stands upright, snarls viciously, and stabs at Hucker. Hitting. Alas, it doesn't do anything, but obviously the intent has been made. Okay, I'm going to tentacle smack Schnookums twice. That's a hit with a raise. Schnookums is hit, but not a raise. So Schnookums is entangled by one of the tentacles and takes and is shaken as the tentacle basically tangles around him and starts squeezing the very life out of him. And that brings us to Irina. Lost Irina.
Excuse me a moment. I'll go and prod it.
She nodded off.
Possibly.
Understandable. Working long hours.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I know it's a very boring adventure, and I do apologise.
It's not a boring adventure. I spent 3 hours digging in the garden today. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Goodfellow nods off all the time in the game. If you've not noticed, it's just the effect I have on players.
It's not you, and I feel really rude for doing it.
Don't worry about it. I'm only having a bit of fun at your expense.
I know that, but I get pissed off when Goodfella does it, so it's only right that I have a real good go at myself if I do it. All right.
Anyway, what do you want to do?
See what's going on through this door. Can I see through it? Is it open? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, it's a horrific sight in there. Obviously, magical healing restores blood, and then obviously people are bleeding out. So the floor is just slick with blood. Shailu is basically covered head to toe head to foot in blood, although she can't see any open wounds. Jelsa's all. I mean, everyone in that area is just caked in blood splats and everything else. It's really quite unpleasant.
In which case, I think I'll fire the one from a distance without wading through the blood at
Rannick's trying to get everybody killed.
Hooker Gruel. I'll fire the bolt wand at Hooker Gruel.
Okay. Hooker Gruel. Go for it.
Oops, the wrong button.
Spellcasting or smarts, your choice. In your case, I didn't imagine spellcasting is better than smarts. Oh, Don't worry about that. It's annoying. That's the only downside of the ones at the moment, because obviously I do need to. Well, I need, once a kill turns up, I'm going to hopefully get him to. We were talking about magic item support, so hopefully we'll get it there. Oh, and the first spam junk email of the day has just appeared in the chat. It took a while. I've been waiting for it though.
So did that wand actually
It'll do
anything?
3d6 damage, probably.
Yeah.
Oh. I've gone all glitchy. I can't do anything. Could you do the damage for me?
Combat. We should actually. What we should do is we should actually make wands into weapons, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, because they charges ammunition, same thing, really, aren't they?
Yeah. We should. That would be a way to get around that. So it's a bolt. It's an armor. Is it your armor piercing bolt?
It's the one that I just picked up. The
the new one. It wasn't the non-armor piercing one, because you've got so many wands of bolt. You've got a shocking gasp one. You've got an armor piercing bolt, and you've got a wand of bolt with 11 charges. So that does the bolt power, which is 2d6 damage as standard. With a 9, with a 9, you got a raise, so that's okay.
It's the one that's just randomly gone crazy because my keyboard's somewhere unidentified.
Okay.
If you put them under weapons, then it ties it to the wrong skill. If you put them under powers with the bolt power,
you can set a custom attack type, can't you? Though.
Can you?
I'm just doing that now. So 2d6 damage on a raise. The only issue is, hang on. If you do it ranged first, and then you can do. It's the range of a bolt. 12, 24, 48, isn't it?
Range of a bolt is smarts times 2.
How does that work with a wand?
Don't know. Smarts of the user times 2, probably.
Try that, and then if I go and set the back to spell, yeah, that's good. So what you have to do, I'm just working it out, is if this has got 11 charges, so it's got 11 shots, and then it's used. I like that. That works rather well. So if you want to make a bolt into if you want to make a bolt as a weapon, what you do is you put it in as a ranged weapon. Then you can type a range in. Then you can use the custom thing to change the type to the arcane skill, and it works. So then if I do that again, which is which is bolt. Now this wand of bolt, which is slightly different, inventory. This wand of bolt has 11 charges. My word, they've all got 11 charges. That's strange, isn't it? Okay, this one. Okay, this wand of bolt though is of bolt AP2. So we can then come into here. We can actually put the armor piercing on that bolt, and then you have another wand of bolt, but this is a shocking grasp bolt, isn't it?
So that's a range of touch, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's actually technically counts as a melee weapon, even that, and then you change that to.
Well, this one just did a wound at least.
Okay, and the wand of shocking grasp. Would you like to guess how many? You're not. The only problem is. No, hang on. The only problem is if you change it to a melee weapon, of course, you don't get.
You don't get charges.
No, so I have to set the range to touch, so then I can keep the charges. Then I can set it back to spell casting. And guess what? That's got 11 charges as well.
Is it just the standard start charges is 11?
It looks like it. Hang on, that didn't work. Because it didn't. Why didn't that not work? Okay, range of touched. That's interesting. I think it doesn't like the range. Let's put a range of 0 then. Let's put a range of 1 inch. That's the easiest. Put a range of 1. That's almost touch, isn't it? And then
they recover charges, don't they?
No, wands do not recover charges.
Oh right, okay.
Staffs do, but wands don't. Okay, so you used the wand of bolt. So if we click the ammo button, it won't let me. Oh, I'll just do it manually. There we go. So you have 10 charges. Actually, that works really rather well. Definitely, that's how you do offense. That's a good way to do wands, I think. You can
It sounds like it, because then we don't have to reinvent the wheel with charges. You can just use the ammunition code.
Do you know what's really interesting is it seems to be you have to basically those YouTube spam adverts. Once you get one, you get hit by multiple ones. But until they hit you, you don't get any. You know what I mean? They always come in clusters. I'll get a third one before the day's out. Okay, so you have done 14 points of damage on Hucker Growl, who soaks it.
So?
You missed your raised damage die on that. There should be an extra d6 damage.
Didn't it do the raise?
No, because of when you rolled it, you didn't know it was a hit with
Oh,
raise.
yeah, cool.
Okay, which makes it okay. So then let's retcon this. We'll go back to Hucker Growl. You've got a wand of damage of that. You actually did 16 points of damage. He made a soak roll of 6, so he still soaks it.
Okay.
Okay, Bert is going to move down a little bit further so he gets a little better angle on everything, and we'll shoot Hucker again.
Okie dokie.
Just cannot seem to get enough damage. Oh, bother. Never mind.
You're so Winnie the Pooh.
Looks is remaining.
Winnie the Pooh now.
I'm going to say, I assume you want to spend one of 5. Yes. 5 pennies.
Yes. And then, just like any other cat that's suddenly been grabbed by someone who doesn't want to be grabbed, Snooks will attempt to break free. It's athletics.
It is athletics.
And just like a cat, all flopping and clawing and so forth, and Snooks gets free.
Okay. Combat round 20. My word. Shaylu. Oh, okay. Shaylu's angry. She wildly attacks Hucker, saying quite I don't know if anyone does speak Elvish actually, but if they do, then
I'm an elf.
Of course you are. You might blush at some of the things she's saying, especially when she fails to hit.
I don't know what they said, but I probably agree.
Okay, Hucker Growl.
I'm not translating
it. Hucker Growl, obviously, being the low life he is, laughs at that. He didn't. He let me down. There we are. And hits her back.
Yeah, make 'em stink. Hello?
And that's 3 wounds on Shaylu, and she's bleeding again. And down she goes, and she's bleeding out. Okay, I'm hoping someone's feeling very guilty about all this, but anyway, Rannick.
I feel no more guilty than Jelsa ever did.
Ooh, you're tasty.
I only feel guilty that I fell asleep. I definitely feel guilty about that.
Don't worry about that.
Everyone can feel bloody sad now.
Ooh, you're tasty.
Yes, because he's decided to make you all vulnerable. Do you know what? When you the fight you have later on with the assassins is going to be quite unpleasant when you make the entire party vulnerable. Rannick.
I might not use it then.
You might not know. Hey, Mark is going to make the spirit check and fail. So Muck is vulnerable. Wherever Muck is.
Looking around somewhere.
Okay. Hucker is going to make a spirit check. And critically fails and is vulnerable.
They need dirtying up.
Everybody else gets to make a spirit check. If you fail, you're vulnerable. Including Rannick. Oh no, you're the only one who doesn't, isn't it?
What it doesn't.
Yeah, you're
the main reason I did this is everybody apart from Bert is going before the bad guy that I'm, other than the one that was.
Okay. Dondred is not vulnerable because he made a spirit. He rolled a 17 on his spirit.
18 actually.
It cuts off in the middle of a sentence for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, my Discord just reset.
Oh, that'd be why.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to, after screwing, well, nearly not screwing over half the party, would you like to continue?
I would.
Hucker Gruel takes a wound. There we go. I've got them, so I'm going to make you pay.
Well, I was about to Benny that damage.
Oh, go on then. I'll take my Benny back.
I think it's worth it. I roll slightly low, but still a win. Never mind then.
I still negate it.
Yeah. You best spend that then.
Yeah, better spend the Benny back. Thank you. Jelsa.
My last 3 power points.
Ugh. What are you doing with your last 3 power points?
I'm going to.
Ooh, fireworks.
Fireworks at the plant thingy.
That could be a good move. Although, given the bigger rolls it's made every bloody round yet, I'm very annoyed. You hit with a raise, roll for damage. "13 points of damage on Muck, wherever he is, which will shake him. Unless you want to re-roll it.
No.
Okay, Muck is shaken.
And because is Hucker shaken?
No,
Hucker
unfortunately,
is not shaken, no.
Okay, well then I'm going to get a healing potion out for Shaylu.
Okie dokie. You might not need it. Dondred's next.
Well, I'm going to save the power points this time, and I'm going to go with a wand of healing on Shaylu. I think she's the only person injured at the moment, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah, I'm just going to stand back and constantly heal people.
Wand of Healings have ranged touch.
Yeah, because it's not using channeling, is it? Because it's
You can get in there and heal it and heal her with the wand, but you have to touch her with it.
Yeah, but can I get past Hucker?
You can't. Well, you can walk past You can walk past Jelsa.
Yeah. I'll go in there and step over her.
You sort of have to do that sort of thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll just superimpose myself between her and the Huck, and I'm going to use a wand of healing on her.
Okay, so I assume
which has never came out before. It shows you how desperate the situation is.
He did better against the big fat lady in a whole room full of ogres.
He did. Wand of Healing, 12 charges of faith. I am going to turn them into weapons because it does seem to work rather well.
Yeah, it does. Because it does the ammunition. You see,
it does. So you make it ranged. Then you have to put something in the range. You've got 12 charges, which is your shots, which gives you your charges, and then we change it to faith, and then we can change the range here. The touch, and there's your wand of healing in your combat tracker.
Posh is that? That's a way different.
That works really well. That really works rather well.
So Get that.
The only thing
So-
is, because it didn't do rate file 1, I suspect it didn't use. That's interesting. It's not. It's the only downside is it doesn't seem to take off the ammo automatically. But at least you can manually downgrade it, can't you? We should use it.
Make it to 11. Aye.
Yeah, you can still manually change it.
Shots.
Wand of healing on Shaylu. She's no longer bleeding. She's no longer bleeding out. She's no longer incapacitated, and she's on -2 wounds.
Yeah, will you stop bloody fainting, please? Get into the fight. This is like.
She is, however, still prone because, of course, she was knocked down again. Okay, that brings us to Arena.
Okay. I think that worked well. I'll try it again. Between me and them now.
This fight has been ridiculous.
Could it have been
Actually,
over
it's
by
been
now
two
if you'd let me
fights.
kill that plant from the inside out? I'm saying it's your fault, Kev.
Yeah, but I can't. By the way, I can't blind the plant because I don't think it can see me, so I don't know how it works.
Oh, that went real well. Oh, actually, it did.
He's vulnerable, isn't he? So you hit him.
Good point.
I'm not sure why it says he's prone, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. Okay. Because I put prone on the wrong person. That's why. But it doesn't matter. He is shaken. She is prone. There we go. Okay. You shake it. Oh, you move. Yeah, obviously you move up to there and slice with your katana into Hucker, shaking him. That brings us to Muck Gruel, who is no longer shaken. Huzzah! He heals a wound and bites Schnookums. Missing. Hurt. Hello, about.
Did Jelsa shaking him with her fireworks not sear the wounds so they couldn't regenerate?
No, because he didn't. No, because shaking doesn't cause any wounds.
Ah, curses.
Any wounds she caused, it couldn't regenerate.
Right. We need to do Bernie wounds then. Like I said, Laylu.
I think we lost.
Well,
When our weapons have got smite cast on them, does that cast as a fire wound?
Depends on the trapping.
What about your bolt weapon?
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Bert's bowstring has snapped.
Well, at least I didn't shoot Arena in the back. I'll accept a snapped bowstring.
Thank you.
Looks.
You are not catnip, and you tried to grab me. That is not a good thing.
Ounce. No pounce. Okay. I make that. I've lost him. Where is he? I make that. That still didn't register them. Let's try that again. Hit with a raise and a hit. Go for it. Okay. The 13 doesn't damage him. Do you want to try Bennying that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and spend one Benny. Let's see if we can at least get a shaken.
That's the one with the raise, so don't forget to add your raise.
No, that's the not raise.
Oh well, it is now.
Okay. we got oh, yes. Okay.
That was the hit with the raise, actually. Although it didn't do the hit with the raise and damage the first time round, which is interesting. So roll the second one. Because he's shaken now. It's shaken now. So the second one unharms it. You know what? Let's go for it. I'm going to spend one of his bennies just to see what happens. And then when it doesn't work, I'll give it back and pretend it was one of my bennies. There you go. So Schnook still has 3 bennies. Okay. New combat round 21. My word. Dondrad.
Dondrad. Oh, for once I'm actually starting with everybody up. But they go next.
No, they don't. Rannick goes next.
Oh, he spent a card.
Rannick Q jumps.
Oh, I'll go after Dondrad, but Rannick
Okay.
will go.
Dondrad's going first then.
Well, no, Dondrad's actually going to go on hold.
Okay, Dondrad's going on hold, so Rannick does go first.
Because I might have to clean up the mess that these guys make.
Right, so well, Rannick will. Muckroll doesn't actually seem to be doing too much at the moment, so I'm going to go for Hooker again.
Okay. You hit the Ogre King with a raise.
But this time, because they're going before all of my friends, I'm not going to release the sadness.
Okie dokie. What's a bit of metagaming? Perfectly
No, it's just
reasonable.
reading the flow of the battle. Damn him for being hardy. I can't really afford to spend my last penny. Okay, Dondrad.
Have I got common bond in this one? I keep losing track of which game I've got common bond in.
Backed away.
You did. I'm just gonna do a swat from Schnooks as he does so.
Is that an edge you
I
can
don't
pick
think
up
he
with-
liked my fireworks much.
No, he doesn't
They're
regenerate this round though.
underappreciated, your fireworks.
Fucker. Remain shaken. I'm spending the very last penny of the game to hit the dwarf. Because you keep spoiling his fun.
Oh, poor little fella.
However, the ogre hook smashes into Dondrad's armor, and Dondrad just stands resolute. But
Okay, I'm going to try and shoot him again.
with a different bow, I assume.
Actually, you're right. I've got a vocal. Heavy sigh.
Do you know what? I think I will request an interrupt.
Go for it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Because what I'll do is got to be careful with this. I'm going to target Bear, and I'm going to target Rannick, and I'm going to cast Smite on them. The weapon he just pulls out becomes magical.
Okay, hang on. I just need to get Shailu out of the equation. There you go. Okay, a success, but no raise.
What is the trapping for the Iron Lord's blessing then?
Well, it's on the character sheet. It's only basically your weapon. It sparks like it's been sharpened and on a grindstone, but technically it is heat based because the emissaries of Gorum are all elemental fire demons.
There you go then. That will count as heated metal and therefore...
Okay, then I won't shape change like I was thinking.
You have to retcon that you drew a weapon to get the smite. Well, actually, if you did shape change, you'll get the smite upon yourself.
No, I probably would have drawn my bastard sword.
Yeah, just got enough power points for that as well. Okay, so so that was just a normal run of the mill +2 damage, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Okay, back to Bert.
Yeah, that's why I interrupted him. I wanted to give him a magic whip just before he
step
fires.
up here next to Irina.
Okay.
And chop at Hooker.
Okay. That's a hit. I've got no pennies left. I'm actually thinking. These
For
guys
some
are good
reason,
at
I
sucking damage.
targeted myself.
JJ, be quiet.
You've still got him, so you're okay. Roll the damage.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
That's reassuring that you missed yourself.
Yeah, it is.
Are you happy with a solitary wound?
Yeah, 1 wound is good. It's at least a start.
It is indeed. That right. I'm going to end turn because you may want to do other things.
Oh, nope. We're ready for Snookums to go chase down the not catnip.
Okay, Snookums is chasing down the not catnip. I assume he's not pouncing.
No. Didn't like getting grabbed the first time. That's all misses though. So
No problem at all. I'll let you end your go. Arena.
Yeah, make 'em stink.
I think, as there's so many of us around, I'm actually going to wild attack him.
Okay.
Maybe somebody who can more permanently damage him will be given an opportunity because of it.
You swing your katana down in a mighty blow that cuts with. It hits with finesse and accuracy. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh! Would have been a wound, but he's hardy. I'm afraid his deformities, although you cut him, he doesn't even appear to register the hit.
I think with all the bennies I've got, I'm going to try bennying with damage.
Be my guest.
It didn't give me the extras there, did it?
No, that's okay. I can roll it, or you can just roll the d6.
My computer's not letting me do that for some reason,
Right.
so I'm going to let you do that bit.
That's enough. For 14. That's a wound.
Hey, cool. I'll take that.
Okay, you wound him. Rather than just shake him, you wound him. You get round his hardiness by that. Okay, that brings us to Shailu, who is no longer shaken. She'll stand up and
Yes, I can take that. Let's take that as well.
she attacks. Missing. We'll try that one last time.
She doesn't need a Benny. She's got humanoids as her favourite enemy.
Same difference.
Yeah.
I was. In that case, I'll reuse the Betty for the damage roll instead. Oh, there it goes. Pucker is down. That brings us to Jelsa. Jelsa moves to there. It's gone eerily quiet. Oh, Jelsa spent some power points. Like the Betty to get more power points.
Very quiet. We're hunting tweez.
She draws from the deepest reserves of her magic and casts forth a burst of sparkly fireworks that hit. And
Does some damage.
does sucky damage.
But then I still got power points next time around.
Okay. Does sucky damage. I do believe we're on to combat round 22. Oh, Bert got the Joker! Which means Schnookums gets a Benny.
Wait, what? Bert got a Joker?
And Shailu gets a Benny. Go for it, Bert.
Bert will come darting over here to chop at not catnip.
There you go. Oh, on the wall. Jelsa's hiding. I think he might have hit.
It's a bit.
That's a wound. I've got one penny left. I'm going to have to fail. That's a wound upon Muck Groll.
With a heat trapping, no less.
With a heat trap. Oh, yes. Good point. Thank you for reminding me. Where is he? Bar wound 1. That's important. This means he can't regenerate that one. Rannick is using a Benny to draw an action card. But anyway, Schnooks is up next.
Yeah, Schnooks is going to try and slice up the plant some more.
Trying to get before Muck
Hey,
Groll was able
there
to.
we go.
That's one hit with a raise.
Why is it not targeting?
I don't know, but it's okay. I can drag and drop them. It doesn't make any difference. But, it does. It does make any difference whether an extra one wouldn't affect it either of those with regards to gang up bonus, so we won't worry too much. I think with 2 runes, Muck Groll is bleeding out. It's a plant; it can't bleed out. Muck Groll goes down.
Tapping out.
Tapping out, indeed. Arena.
There seems to be some issues going on over there, so I'm going to run around and see what's going on. Can I see from there? Oh, yes, I can see it now.
It stopped moving.
Okay. Do I know what it is? Is it dead?
Well, it's a plant, and it looks very chopped up, and it's lying there, not moving much.
It's got coming off of some of its tendrils.
Make an occult roll.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking it up to see what it tells me. It is. You recognise this as a tendriculus, a creature brought in through being a corruption of nature. You do know that eventually it will heal the damage it has taken.
Is there a way to stop it doing so?
Burn it.
Thought you might say that. Well then, I best set it on fire.
Wait, see, I've got a cunning plan.
Does it involve setting it on fire?
Yeah, but what we're going to do is I've got investables with a backpack. I've got eternal candles. When you light them, they never go out. Just put planting an eternal candle in it.
Well, then you don't have your internal candle anymore.
I've got a set of them, it'll be fine. It's not that.
Okay, well, I guess
I will point out a candle isn't really enough to. I mean, how big is this thing? It's 20 feet tall and weighs about 3,500 pounds. So a candle ain't going to do a lot.
Conjure lamp oil.
Aha! Perfect. Yes, you conjure lamp oil. Brilliant.
There you go.
Yeah, no problem at all. You conjure lamp oil. Shailu attempts actually failing still uses a charge. No, failing doesn't use a charge because you failed to activate it, don't you? Oh look, now she heals one of her wounds off her wand of healing. Charges. There we go. Shailu heals herself and then walks into the room. Going, it's a shame I don't have any oil. I used it on a troll earlier. Okay, Muck Groll is not dead. Well, he's not going to die anyway, but It starts moving and it gets back up.
I don't have oils. I've got matches, but I don't have oil.
I've
And
just conjured some, don't you worry.
it attempts to swallow Bert whole, but basically Bert dodges aside just in time. Panic.
Rannick comes in with his impaler, heated with the blessing of Gorum.
It's interesting. I couldn't accept Rannick's move because the tick was on top of another token. Strange. Yay, you hit with a raise.
Okay, well, I'm going to release the power of the Impaler of Thorns, I'm afraid.
I'm not going to worry too much on anybody else making spirit rolls, so don't worry too much unless we can always retcon. It's fine, carry on.
Okay. He's fine, is he? Right. And that's with the heat trapping as well.
Okay, so that basically is another wound upon it, which means it's still upright.
But that's another fire wound that it can't heal.
Indeed. 100.
Right.
From where you are, if you get any closer, you will see the arena is holding. Well, on the floor in front of arena is a container of lamp oil. I'm not sure how they sell it, but anyway.
Probably a skin of it or something.
Well, here's the thing.
I got one burst left.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and let's go and pick up the lamp oil and throw it over it.
Yep, go for it. Yep. So you basically move to there. You pick up the lamp oil, move to there, and basically, I'll make an athletics check.
Oh,
It's good enough. It's good
I thought I was going to crit that and pour it on myself.
It's good enough. You basically able to throwing the lamp oil. It tries to avoid it, but alas, you coat it well and effectively.
Fire in the hole, light it up.
Yeah, now it's my turn. Time for my specialty.
Oh, you're going that way. I apologise. You tried to do it so you don't have to spend that extra PowerPoint, aren't you? Cunning.
I've only got 3 left. It wouldn't matter if I spent it or not, but
There we go. Yep, you're absolutely fine. There you go.
oh no, I'm spending the Benny. 1 left.
That's also havoc, not.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter other than from the fact of the shortcut for applying the powers. Oh, hit with a raise. Go for it.
And he's already coated in oil.
It is. It's a good job that 6 exploded. Okay. Okay, so 18 points total damage. Basically,
set the oil on fire.
Yeah, it's gone. You destroy it. It's done! Huzzah!
I've seen a trick a wolf before.
Mm-hmm.
Search the whole place before the smell gets any bad between the burning poo upstairs and the burning thing down here. I'm feeling a bit sick.
You get an advance for clearing the farm.
Hurrah!
Yay! Come on, Bond. Seen how many pennies I've got?
Yes, indeed. I think that's a good place to leave it. Obviously, you can now explore the place at your leisure, especially as I can't remember where their gear's stored. I thought you'd been in
That
one of the
chest
rooms.
upstairs that when Bert was wandering around and he said he saw a chest in the one room, I'll bet that's where it was. Because he
Oh,
didn't
that's
take
a good point. That may well be the case. I'll have to reread it. I thought I've gone through every room, so either I've missed it out or I need to recheck the PDF. But I know you had to come into the farm to get their gear, so congratulations! Took 22 combat rounds, but you have defeated Mammy Gruel and all the little Gruelings.
But you have to realize
felt
that
like
was
Pathfinder.
that was 22 combat rounds for the entire building.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know.
That wasn't for a fight. That was for the entire building. Even if we had done it in separate little fights, it still probably would have taken at least 20 rounds.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I agree. It's just because you ended up fighting everything at once. You ended up with multiple encounters at once. I mean, there was literally two encounters in the basement at once, and you guys up top had 3 encounters at once. So yeah. But yeah, you can see the fights are getting a little on the harder side. So splitting up's not a good idea. How many more times do I have to say that?
At least.
Yeah, I'm yelling. I've been yelling at Rannick. Whatever happened to follow me?
You said to go. You said to go indoors, so I did.
I think this time it was an accident. I think we tried to follow him, but we went the wrong way.
No, it was the fact that he decided to go downstairs when everyone else was obviously not downstairs that is the problem.
Yeah, probably what you have to do is identify all the stuff you found and search the building. And those two, by the way, the guys outside had tattoos on them, old tattoos.
Aye. I want to check in case they've been cursed.
So, right. But as I say, congratulations. We shall leave it there because.
Okay, how do I get Rannick's arcane background onto the powers tab then?
So you go to powers, arcane backgrounds.
Yeah.
And you should see Ranger. And you click. So you go to powers, click on arcane backgrounds. Then you get rain. You should see the Ranger.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, so I'll drag that over.
You drag. Oh, there you go. You
Right,
drag and drop it.
Powers in separately. Okay.
Yeah. Now you've added the arcane background. When you add the powers, it will automatically associate them with the Ranger, which is why you notice you don't get a dice because the Ranger arcane background, if you open it, you will see is set to have 4 starting powers, 10 skill points, but no arcane skill.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you take a second arcane background, which you are allowed to do is when you add powers, then is you actually have to, you don't drop the power on the powers area, you drop the power on the arcane background the powers for.
Right, okay.
So then obviously it links it to that arcane background.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
So that is the end of the Gruel homestead. You have defeated all the Gruel Ogre King. And next week you can you can now go through the building again and search it for anything you're looking for, any equipment you're looking for. So and then obviously then you can go back outside, hopefully return the equipment to the surviving Black Arrows, have any conversations you want with them, and then we will continue to see what happened at Fort Rannick. Indeed. So that's where we shall leave our Pathfinder game for today. I think most of you will be with me on Saturday for a bit of World War II horror.
Yeah, I hope I should be.
So yeah. So well, I'll see you then. But indeed, that was a lot of fun in the end.
As I said, more like Pathfinder that I remember. It's like combat lasts forever.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If this was a Pathfinder game, we'd still be doing this fight for another 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm.
No.
yeah. So I mean, it is faster, but what it is interesting is the fights are slow for Savage Worlds, if that makes sense, because everybody gets so many things. It gets interesting, not in a bad way. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. So anyway, tune in.
Still gutted you stole that Drax the Destroyer moment from me.
I'm sorry. The dice just liked both of us.
Yeah.